Hi, I'm Susanne Wilson, the Carefree Medium. Many people have written to me, in fact, probably over 100, about how they read in my book Soul Smart that I was a very sensitive or psychic child. They recognize their own childhood in my story, or they have concerns about a child or grandchild that is in their lives. And so I'm making this video to help the people who want to understand how they can support children in their lives who are telling them they see lights around people or auras or spirit people, and to help that child not be afraid and empower them rather than to have them be in fear. And I have to tell you, this is very personal to me because the fact that I was sent to a child psychologist for about a year and a half when I was 9 years old. And at the end of all that anxiety of going to doctor's appointments, I was just diagnosed as being a very sensitive child and very imaginative. And that eventually all these imagination events would go away. Well, obviously they didn't. Um, and I am not a clinician. I am not here to substitute medical or mental health care advice for you. I want to be clear about that because an evaluation can be important, but none of us has all the answers. Mental and medical health care don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I want to supplement the information that I learned the hard way to help you, to help the child that you love and empower them. So if your child is coming to you and saying, I see spirit lights or I see spirit people, you can tell the difference between them like just telling you a story and wanting to see your reaction versus their sincerity. And pay attention to that. The first thing to do is to start keeping your own notes. Write down the date and exactly what your child said to you so that you can look back later and see patterns and trends in the information that's coming through. That's important. You'll have that documentation because your memory can play tricks on you. And believe it or not, that log or that journal can help you to help them come to a better understanding of their own abilities that can be helpful their whole life long. But there's 4 very specific things that you can do right now to help that child. The first one is teach them that they can talk directly to God. I remember being a little child, and even though my grandfather was a preacher, I thought I had to wait till Sundays to talk to God and get in the church. And even if you're not a church or synagogue or mosque or whatever place of worship family, that's not your thing, still, please teach your child that they can talk to God, whatever you want to call that energy, divine source, creator, whatever, and to say hello every day to God and to say hello to the angels that protect your child. And that anytime that they're afraid, they can talk right out loud to the source or God and their angels, and they're never alone, not even for a moment. And then the next thing is let them know that they're surrounded by protective angels that they can ask. Angels, please surround me. I know you're around me. And to say I love you, because there are no more powerful words in the world than I love you. And when you say I love you to your angels, you can feel the protection and feel their love back, and let them know that those angels belong to them, to that child. The next thing is to let your child know that they control the energy around them. You control the energy around you too. And there's nothing scary, bad, or evil that is allowed to be in your energy when you send it away. I would definitely cut out any of the scary TV shows or movies for sure. But one thing that really helped me when I was little was to know that I could send energy away. So if they feel anxious or they think, it's like there's somebody in the room and they're not sure about the energy, don't wait. Don't be afraid. Immediately reach out, draw 3 circles, and say, you have to leave to that energy. And there's no energy in the universe that can stand up to the purity and the sincerity of a child. That energy will just go somewhere else. And don't wait until you're scared and you have to run to mom and dad. You can do this yourself. This is all about empowering the child. Now, finally, the next thing that you can do is learn more about intuitive abilities, protection, and grounding yourself so that you can be a better sounding board and a mentor and role model too. For example, the very first thing that you might want to look into, and I highly recommend this, is grounding, protection, and intention prayers. And if you don't use the word pray or prayer in your house, call them important words we say every day. You might want to teach your child, I am standing in a beautiful column of white light that is protecting me, or use my golden bubble of protection. And if you do this together, it's a great bonding time for the two of you, but also make sure that your child knows that he or she can do this on his or her own. It's all about the empowerment. Always keep open lines, open communication with your child. You don't want to act surprised or shocked about anything. You don't want to act afraid or alarmed. And rely on your own discernment as to, do I need a physical health care evaluation or a mental health care evaluation? But meanwhile, while you're waiting for all those things to take place, these are some very helpful tools that you can use right now. The so-called crystal children, indigo children, whatever you want to call this, the new generations that are coming forward, they're already coming in set to a slightly higher vibration, meaning that they're more open to the greater reality that we're all forever beings of light, and they're very, very sensitive. And so it's important that they're able to talk to the people that they look up to in their lives. And know that you're not alone in this. There are many in the world who have these sensitive children. They're beautiful. They're going to take this planet into a time of peace and hope and compassion. It's one step at a time. And know that we're all children of the Creator. None of us is ever alone, and love truly does live forever. I'm Susanne Wilson, the Carefree Medium, and it's my honor to be of service. Many blessings. Namaste.